The other lowercase has a small Eurorack slot, so it can actually have a lot more modules. And I don't know. I still think 15 is plenty. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Let me grab a Cosmo plate just so you can see. Yeah, this one's in progress, but this is the size of a module, so they take up a lot more space compared to a Eurorack module, which I have, I think, DIY kit somewhere around here. Yeah. This is like a, I want to say, 3 HP or something. Eurorack module, which is this big. So there's like a direct size comparison between modules. So that's why I don't need like a ton of these. 10-to-1 odds on electrocution. There we go. Let's get this started. Let's get this rolling. If I'm going to get electrocuted, I don't want someone to win money. Anyway, let's get these out of the way. And I bought that module more as like a pre-made front panel. Anyway, let's draw up the wiring real quick, just to drill it into my head what's happening. So we've got, let's see here, I don't want to do this. We can use the actual bus board because there's one of them. Maybe we could use these. I don't know. Sure, this is like stupid, but whatever. And we need one of these things. These things I'm not sure what to do with because I've never wired one of these up. Typically, like I know I know roughly what to do, and I'll go over what I'm confused about in just a second. Maybe Bartok or somebody can point me in the right direction in a second. Hold on. It's very cold out here. It's -5 out. Not -5 in here, but it's still pretty cold. So this is just a really basic socket for AC power from your wall. And on here you've got a couple of things. One of these is ground, and then you got N and L, which I don't know what they stand for yet, but they probably matter. Anyway, so there's 3 connectors. On this one there are 7 connectors, so I imagine these 3 are the same. Sorry, let me hold this a little better. There's 3 here that match up to probably these on the back, so this is probably, I mean, they're going to be labeled. Let's see if I can see it from here. NL. Well, one of you is going to be ground. But then there's also these 4 connectors for the switch, and I'm not entirely sure. Probably, I imagine, like one of these, I don't know, do I solder straight from mains to this and then to this? I don't know. Anyway, or from this to then to my thingy. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on for a second because I want to simplify it because the switch is fairly trivial compared to everything else. Yeah, I mean, this will just be helpful for people to understand how I got electrocuted so badly. Okay, let's see. That's pretty well on camera. Let's see. That's ish. Only the middle part matters, really. So I want to go from. Let me use a simple one. Let's see. Does this have a label? Yes. The top one. The top one. You know what? I'll just draw it here. Poor tracing. So this is ground, and this one's L, and this one's N, right? Okay. And on here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this also has L, N, and ground. No dying on stream. I don't think you'll get a copyright ding if that happens, but you probably shouldn't repost that video. Unless it's hilarious. Anyway, so obviously ground's gonna go right over here, and we'll draw that in black because I think that's the only color. I might have orange too. And we're also going to take that over to here, like that, right? And we're going to do pretty much the same exact thing. I'm going to grab, see if I have other colors and markers. Oh, I have gold. That's sort of a different color. don't know if it'll show up differently. What are you? Bronze. Metallic bronze will be N for bronze. And that will go over to, let's just go to N right here. Okay. And the same thing, also going to connect that to this N. Because I think it's everything in parallel, right? According to the advice I was given. Doesn't have to be, you could do them other ways, but for now, this way. And then L, let's see, does this marker even work? Haha, yes. L is going to sort of cross over here and go to L. I doubt it matters. And then again, over to L, right? So these are all connected to mains, and now if I touch these, I die, or go to the hospital, or just get lucky, which is cool. And then from here we've got NC, V3, V2, COM, and +5, right? I don't actually remember what NC is. Let's say I have V1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I got that. NC. I don't remember what NC is, but I'm going to have to look that up in just a second. But I can tell you that COM is common, right? It is sort of, you can think of it like ground, but it's not exactly the same as this ground. But that's going to go to the ground here, I believe. Yes. Okay. Then +5 volt will go to +5. Like, all of these essentially go into this, and like that's the end of that circuit there. Yeah, 10 to 1's pretty good odds, I think. I think the odds of me getting electrocuted are pretty low. The odds of me blowing something up are, you know, a little higher, but whatever. And so my plan here, like, I haven't tested these before, and I've heard they're a little noisier. I don't know if they're noisier than what I've got. I know they will have plenty of power, but my plan here is to just install them as if everything's just going to work, right? Like, I'm just going to put them right in the case and wire it up. Because I don't have to build the bus boards or the power supply, it should be fairly fast, just like awkward camera angles, so beware there. There's a couple other things. Let me check my notes that folks might do. I've wooden rails, so I'm not going to try to like ground the rails or anything like that. And I also probably won't buy any really old modules. If I do, I'll just run a wire from ground to the module, real janky like. Other folks have done things like put a resistor between, I believe, what are you on? Between the common and between common and this ground, and that will generate heat. And I'm probably not going to do that because I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, I think NC is, that sounds right, not connected. Let's see, I don't even know. I'm just glancing in at the PCB before it's too scary for me to like really get a good look at. It's hard to see, but I don't think there's actually any connectors going to NC. And we could use a multimeter real quick and figure that out. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do, is I'll test it with my multimeter once it's connected. I expect it to be a very uneventful, very boring stream in reality. Another thing, let's see here. Sorry, I'm reading, which is really boring. I don't want to read out loud. Another, there's that one thing that I'm curious about is connecting common to this ground. I may try that. I don't think it's necessary. So we'll start with a really basic circuit and move from there. So now that I feel good about this, let's eat some gummy worms. These are like rock hard frozen gummy worms. So gummy isn't the right word. They should be called rock worms. Still good though. Alright, got a trash can. I'm going to turn that light back on because I'm going to move this paper. I don't think we need it. Move this. Move this. Save that for later. I'm going to get the box. Oh my gosh, it's brilliant. I should have just kept that there. Cool. Alright. This is my finely crafted box. I have to change the camera angle. But first I gotta move some stuff out of space. Try not to dump things. Okay, good thing the Pepsi's closed, because I'm not even gonna move it. I'm just gonna push it out of the way. As one does. Sorry about this. Okay, let's move you somewhere else. Let's see. Well, I wonder if I can hang off one of these. Sorry, just a second. Things are happening. Oh yeah, totally. Let's see. That good? Yes! Box! Cool. Yeah, the PSU is a mean well. Two mean wells. Boom! And boom! And that's probably not where they're going to go. I don't know, should I mount them on the side, on the back? The back's the thinnest, so it'll probably dissipate heat faster. But it is all wood and insulated, because it is wood. I don't know. You decide. I don't have much of a plan, other than that's going to go there somewhere. I think I can even reuse some of these holes. No, just one of them. Cool. Yeah, so let me show you the other power supply. These are what I have been using, or ones very similar to it, frequency central power buses and route masters, which are very similar. They're a combination power supply and bus board, and they have varying numbers of bus connectors, but they work okay. My problem with them is you need a AC to AC adapter, which is A, not very common, and B, you can't really find those in the voltages I like. So this one's been relegated to be a bench power supply, so I'll probably like take some scrap wood, put together a bench case for a real small one for testing and building modules, because I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. But also it means that I need like basically two of these per case, which means two power supplies, two bricks, etc. Versus this will be just a tidy single cable monster that is going to work, right? Everybody, it's going to work first try. Now I want to look at this. I haven't actually spent time looking at these things. Like, how do I mount you? I guess I could just Velcro them to the bottom like that. But my guess is they should probably be fairly far apart, because they will get warm, maybe? I don't know. You tell me. I don't have any of these. I don't know what's going to happen. There's screws in the box, so I may have to go screw shopping or something, or improvise. More likely improvise. I do have one screw I can utilize that probably matches the other ones. I don't know. But I also have some Velcro. So, yeah. Another fun thing about wooden rails is that I install them first so that I don't get like a shitload of sawdust everywhere all over the electronics. Oh, so they don't get warm? In that case, they're going to live right next to the... Did I really put it on that side on this one? Jeez, not very smart. That'll just be a regular hole over there. I'll probably put them right next to each other. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's great. Great news. I may also put them on the bottom like this, or maybe facing each other so that the cables are a little closer to each other. No, then there's going to be some crossing. I think maybe like this is going to happen. Yeah. Thanks for being here, by the way. Because I have the most sketched out by this build than of anything else I've built, because it is mains. Pretty confident nothing bad will happen, but you know. Now what I need to find is some parts that I just bought, so I'll be right back. I can't remember where I put them. Are they inside? No, I still need to keep. When I say parts, I got the usual, more twisties, and bigger gauge wire than I normally have. Because mains, I guess, if you have thin gauge, it can heat up and do bad stuff. Yeah, 14 gauge stranded probably is okay. I don't know. 4 inches apart would be best. Okay. Deal. Gives me a little space to mess with. Alright, and 14 gauge. Someone holler if that's too thin. I'll get slightly heavier. Only one bus board, yeah. Look how big my modules are, man. The problem I'm running into is that I have a Eurorack playset module that's 64 HP wide that sits inside of a Cosmo rack, which I like. And on the back of that, I have installed another, just a standalone bus board on the back of it. So I can flip it on and off individually if I want to. There was a power supply issue thing there. I could do more than one bus board. I have plenty of bus boards, but if I was doing a full Cosmo rack, 15 is enough. Like, I think this is 15, or maybe it's 12. 12, yeah. No, it's 15. 15 is plenty, because remember, some of my modules are like 40 by 40. I've got the Mega Drone in this, the one that I plan to use, that's 80 centimeters wide, so that's like this big. So 15 typically covers me, but the way I'm going to position it is if I need to expand it, I'll just put another one on the end, chain them, or I could do it in parallel too. Either way, it's not going to be a problem. Yeah, so I have extras if I need them. They sort of came with the power supplies in like a group, like a bundled purchase sort of thing. This goes to recycling. All right. I think I'm going to remove this module. It was there because I still need to fix it, but clearly I haven't because I'm a bad caretaker. Yeah, this is the this is essentially a microphony module made in Cosmo format that I then made a custom faceplate for to mount a music box. Yeah. And the electronic part of it works beautifully. That's pretty goes without saying. It was made by a smarter person than me, or designed by a smarter person than me, so it's fine. So here's the back of that. It's meant to be a really thin module. I just made it big because it's Cosmo. Made everything big. But this thing is having trouble gripping on the paper, so I need to, I think I'm gonna, I don't know, add some grip to these wheels somehow so that it'll actually spin. And let's see, where is it failing? You can actually, I can actually see it when it stops. Let's see, right? I don't know, something on here needs a little more grip. So, yeah, or I'll just buy a higher quality one of these and mount it on here. Anyway, it's a cool module. You can see my paint didn't hold up because spinning this at like a weird angle really close to it, so maybe the next version I'll put it a little further from the surface so I'm not just scratching paint off. Anyway, that needs to be fixed still. Not going to happen today. How are we doing? Let me see. Okay, cool. So, I do think I like the idea of mounting these on the back. Maybe like right in the middle for extra stability. Like if it's set on a small table or something, you don't want it to be heavier on one side than the other, or at least super heavy on one side. I don't know. They're not super heavy, so it doesn't really matter. But I think right in the middle is where I'm going to go. And I don't have depth issues with these at all. So first things first, I'm going to remove some of these old components for the previous power supply that didn't work out so good. If anyone's ever dealt with lack of power, that can drive you absolutely mad. Manager of that. Alright. And then this will sit on there. So I'm going to leave the rest of that there, and let's start cutting holes in things, I think. Still not sure how to mount these. It looks like there are 2 mounting points on the back, perhaps, and some side mounting points, maybe 3. So I could mount them on their sides like this as well, or even on the top or something like that. But I would need some really, let's see, let's check to see if they're M3. Maybe I will get lucky and actually have the parts I need. I think this is M3. Looks about the right size. Oh! 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 First try? Look at that. Easy peasy. Now I just need the right depth, but I've got a range of M3 sizes, a whole box of different depths. So maybe like this. Just keep changing my mind around. No, I like this as far back as possible. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. Okay. I need to make a quick, I think a template. I mean, I could measure these out, the distances, or I could do it the lazy way. So let's grab that paper I like, rip a piece off, and a pencil. And I'm just going to do, let's see here, let's feel around, let's see right there. Yeah. So, template. Easy peasy. And they don't need to be on the bottom. I'm going to put them a little bit further up than that. Let's see. Get my center punch out. Line the paper's edge to that of Milo. That would have been a good idea, huh? But I think I'm just going to eyeball it. feels more in the spirit of chaos that I enjoy. Because I don't care if it's resting on the bottom, actually. I think even if there's a gap, that's fine. Or if it's like a little cattywampus, also fine. Granted, it's only 2 holes, but I don't think there should be that much lateral force on it. That looks about right. This I want to center as carefully as I can. It's annoying to fix. 1. Yeah. Best $3 on AliExpress or something. I don't even remember where I got it. If anyone has objections to what I'm doing, let me know before I start drilling. Not that it matters, there's gonna be a bunch of extra holes anyway. Alright. Cool. And I'm just gonna like draw a little bit right here so I don't lose them. Sometimes I debt stuff anyway. Bartok, I should have read that message first because I could have made it like exact precision. But if you're looking at my work now, you'll see precision isn't really a thing outside of rail distance with me. Like none of these are technically right angles. None of this bottom grade plywood is technically level either. So before I move on, I think I'm going to check to make sure that I want this side up real quick. And I do that largely based on the warped plywood and the designs on the top. So this might be up currently. Yeah, this is up. Okay, cool. And I'm not too worried about the warped either, because what I do is I put little rubber feet on them, and those have big screws on them, and you can put washers and stuff to sort of level it out. Yeah. Cool. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I want to pull those useless screws out. Just leave the one. They're not useless. They're just not in use yet. That'd be nice to hear. Cases. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now, real quick, slide this over my bench so it's floating a little bit, and drill some holes. Also should cut a hole in the side for the socket, right? If someone wants to tell me how to use this socket with its 4 connectors, or 4 extra connectors here, my best guess, and I'm going to use a multimeter here in just a minute after I do this bit, is that I want to interrupt the supply from here to the mean well with these connectors, because it looks like there's 2. Yeah, so that's my best guess. I think it's probably a good guess. We'll see in a minute. Now, let's make this wood lighter. Well, is even the right screw thickness? I think so, because I was using this on. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Yeah, first try. This is why I'm doing this all at once. This goes well. I'll do it on another case too. Alright, that's it. I'm going to grab a vacuum. You might think I'm a neat freak, but I just like being barefoot in the garage, so dirty shit there is lying around, the happier I am. Alright, cool. Let's find out if this was a mistake or not. How accurate was I? I may have to widen some of these holes. We'll see. There's a little bit of dust on that. Cool. Let's see if Uno fits. Oh, jeez. Has anyone made transparent plywood yet? Drawing some abstract art on the back right now. I guess I could flip this whole thing over. That would do it. I think I might. Nope. Thought I had it. Did not. Okay. Go more this way. If anyone has a better trick for this, let me know. This not fun. Well, maybe. No. There's now a little bit of dust in there, so I was close at one point. Let's use something not. Oh, jeez. I got this cheap set of tweezers online as well, and they're so sharp they keep stabbing me. Anyway, let's try this again. Woo! Oh, I had it for a second. Come on. Be the perfect depth too, wouldn't that be freaking just the icing on the cake? I think it needs to be like half a millimeter shorter. So let's get different three screws. I've also got some washers. The washer would do the trick too if I wanted, but I hate these tiny washers because you need fingernails and I don't have fingernails. Alright, so these M3s have the heads that are designed to be flush, which are okay. Let's see, I'm thinking this depth, but I'm going to compare it with the other screw real quick. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. So let's try that on the other side. Now that I got one in there, I don't want to take it out because now I can just like rotate a little bit until I feel I'm sort of catch. This is going to be super not level. Let's see, what kind of driver do I need? A Hex? I think I've got one handy in one of these boxes. Somewhere. Where is the other box of M3 stuff? Over here? No. Oh, Pepsi, I should get that. Do not know. Somewhere though. No. I don't know, maybe it's in one of these. Let's see. Not this one, not that one. Not for sure, was it? Oh, I see. Oh, I forgot about these ones. Probably have other depths of the same color. That would have been cool. Alright, let's check. I need a smaller socket. That's okay. I've got a nice set that'll do the trick. Just take me a second. Pretty sure it's going to be metric. Alright, these are the Tack Life tools, and I don't know how good they are, but they have gotten the job done for me. so let's test the size real quick. That's one too big. Let's try this one. There we go. Perfect fit. All right. I'm just going to tighten one of these down a little bit just to make sure I have good depth. Hopefully I don't give myself splinters. Now you can't see what I'm doing, but that's okay. It's not as exciting as you look for. Yeah, that works. Alright, let's pull the other one out. I wonder if I can go one shorter. So we got that depth. Let's try. The next shortness is going to be too far. That might not even catch. Let's try it. I know it's lined up. Oh yeah, the next shortness was perfect. Let's pull the other one out. Clearly, people who measure have an edge on me, but that's okay. Pro tip, I have my pants sort of like, here, let me do this a little bit, cuffed up a little bit, and they catch all my screws every time. Amazing. And I do it because they're meant for boots, and I usually wear them hiking, but this pair has been so well used with hundreds of miles on them that they've been relegated to this. I hope that flashing doesn't color switch. Okay, that one is in perfectly square with nothing. Let's get a right angle in here so you can see, preferably not the transparent right angle. It's like 4 degrees off, which I think is pretty good. Because who cares? It's the inside of my case. I'm going to use these longer ones again, though, to find the spot. Maybe I should just grab the longest M3 screw, but is that one of these, maybe? Yeah, let's get the longest one so I'll have the best chance of actually seeing what I'm doing. Because once it's hooked on, it's easy enough to line up. Now, where is the other power supply? Go. There you are. All right. Oh yeah, it's way better. Almost. Maybe if I look at it from this angle. Oh yeah. Got it lined up. Time for the proper size screws. Can't believe y'all gave me such good odds on not getting electrocuted. I appreciate that. Wait a little bit more. I'm going to take that other screw out. Purely alignment tool. Use one of these. And these are really nice. They're real flush with the back. So if I want to put this case on its back, it'll be perfectly flush. Which would be the first case I could do that with. Well, second case I could do that with. But first, Cosmo case. The other case I can do that with is the Eurorack case, and it's because I see all those videos of the plants and stuff. I mean, it's not perfectly flush, but it's pretty good. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to be too tippy. They're both the same amount crooked. Let me get a better camera angle on this, just a sec. Okay, let's see here. Same amount crooked. Let's see, let's try to line that. There we go. A nice 3 to 5 degrees. Cool. Alright, let's get that back. Sorry about the terrible angle. I guess I could, I don't know. Let's see, do I need to go this way? Yes. Cool. Alright, we got those in there. I'm going to keep these screws, Allen keys, Allen wrenches handy. And the screws go back in where? These will go back in here, as well as their friends. Might as well be consistent, right? You can see I've used those the most. So that's going to change today. So the next thing I need to do is the bus board, right? I could wire this up now, but I think I'll save the wiring for the last step. What do you think? And I still have to jigsaw a hole over here, or drill a hole for the for this thing, and yeah, I don't have a template or anything, so that I will figure out how to do. I mean, it just has to be close in the neighborhood. And I'm going to move these out of the way too. I'm sorry this is a slower build because there's a lot of, it's just not fun to build a case, I guess. It's not like the most exciting thing. I was thinking this is a good spot maybe. What do you think for the, it's hard for you to see, huh? Let me move the camera. Okay, let's see. Try to raise it up. All right, I was thinking just about I already had holes here. It's like not ideal for either row. And typically what I do with Cosmo units is I have cables plugged into all of these, whether there are modules attached or not, so then I can just reach in, grab the cable, and plug it into a module. So the location of this isn't super critical. Won't look good. Maybe part of me also wants it to be like a hair further from this. I don't know. So from the power supplies. I don't know. Sorry about the bad camera work here. I'm doing my best. What I got? I don't know. What do you think? Maybe up here. Here. I could just drill a new hole. The drill's already ready to go. I also want a power switch over here, but I think I need to measure. Thinking this. We'll multimeter this as soon as I put the bus board in. Multi-pass. You know what? I might put it in this upper set of holes because at least one row will look good. Is that a bad thing? Okay, these do have LEDs, so yeah, I will put them on the upper set. Even though they need longer Reuben cables, I make those and it's trivial, so no problem there. Just gotta move this. Okay, let's move you. This is where things get tricky. You know what? Let's just rotate the whole thing. One day I should weigh these. I don't have a great way to weigh them other than standing on a scale with it and then stand on the scale with just me. And doing a tiny bit of math. Okay, so I just want that to line up a little bit, and then I'm going to use the, what's it, the punch. center punch to mark the other spots. So, because I don't want that to move, I'm going to slide this a little further this way so I can't possibly push that out. I do want this to actually kind of be at a right angle, so I could do it this way, which kind of works, or another way is I'll grab a ruler or something, sort of eyeball it, like put it along the edge. Let's get that out of the way. Like, that's pretty good, I think. And again, this is worked. Like this, all of this plywood. So you can't trust it too much. How many of these do I want to put in? There's a shitload of mounting holes. Okay, that's where it gets tricky. Good enough, I think. What do you think? Should I try to do all the holes and all the spacers and all that? Or should I just do these two center ones and the two outer ones on each side? You tell me. Usually go the lazy route because I think it'll just work fine the way it is. Okay, and I'm almost positive they won't all perfectly line up. Now the important bit is to slide this far enough away from my workbench where I don't drill holes into it. Yes, clear. Tell I'm a professional craftsman. Just kidding. More of like a function over form type person, and right now the function I care about is it's sounding really good. To do that, I need adequate power. Okay, let's use the schmancy screws. I have some spacers too. Where did I put those? In a bag, like this. Yeah. My hardware store did not have spacers quite like I wanted, so might as well get those too. They're not 3D printed, thank God. Just dump them all out. I don't know why I did that. But they should raise it up just enough to be okay. On my other ones, I haven't even bothered with spacers, so like I'm clearly making an effort to make it slightly better than previous builds. But now what I need are these stainless steel hex socket countersunk screw kit, complete with both screws and nuts. I don't know what size, maybe this size will work. Let's see. Might not, that looks a hair too shallow. Like, maybe that'll work, but it'll be really tight. Yeah, there's not a lot of... might work. Let's see. Stick one on there, grab the wrench. No, it's just, I mean, it is catching, but there's not enough. And I don't want to break the PCB. So I'm going to use a different set of screws, which is fine. Would have been nice to do the countersunk, but I actually don't have a drill bit or anything to countersink it properly. Which again, doesn't matter too much. Got this other set I use on all of my other builds. I think one of these was probably the exact size that I use all the time. Shoot, I hope I have more of those. Too short. It's gonna be time to order more of these, I guess. So let's grab that, put that on there. That's plenty of space. That'll work really nicely. So, the nice thing about these screws is that the heads have some knurling on them, so I can at least somewhat tighten them without a screwdriver if needed, like traveling and this falls in use or something, which it shouldn't. Did I put this on the right side up? Yes. Yeah, not that it, oh shit. What I did, paying attention, you know what I did. On these center ones, you kind of got to put the spacer on. The outer ones, you can get away with it after. Okay. Hey, you know what I'm looking forward to? The Immortals. That came out on Disney Plus. I'm looking forward to it. Has some actors I like in it. I know it had lackluster reviews, but so did a lot of movies I like, so I'm gonna watch that. Okay, so when I said on the edge ones you can get away without putting the spacer in first, or them all at the same time, you can just sort of slide them under the edge like that. And there you go. I mean, I could put all the screws in first too, but I don't know, something about gravity bothers me that way. Okay, spacer. I tend to use those tweezers that stab me every once in a while. Sort of scooch it back into place. There we go. What do you think the odds of me actually lining things up on the first try are now? It's pretty low. There we go. Spacer in place. So far I'm like 3 for 3. I'm sorry this is not the most exciting stream. I really do apologize. If anyone wants to make music, let me know. Ho ho ho. Here's that gravity thing. Okay, that one's lined up. I'm going to do this one too while I'm at it. So I'll toss this thing off the bench first. In my opinion, these spacers are completely superfluous in this scenario because I have a wooden case. Ho ho ho! So I'm not like worried about the back of this contacting anything. Okay, let's slide this a little bit this way. Slide it, pick it up. Okay. I think one of these is slightly out, but that's okay. a different size screw, that's why. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess they all did line up perfectly. Just didn't notice that some of the screws were different sizes. I don't know why. Yeah, this one's too short. That's it, that's the bus board mount. Let me put these away before I do any more chaos. Usually I work with these on my chairs, but I wanted to show it on camera, so a little hard for me to reach stuff. Spacer bag. Alright. Get you out of here, get you out of here. Put you away. That's all that kind of mount that I have to do. Now it's multimeter time. Just have to make decisions. Oh. Put this somewhere else. Alright, multimeter. Let's see what things are connected. Cool. Where's the schmancy one? So I think that's off. I'm going to turn this on. I'm guessing these two are connected. Nope, these two. There we go. And these two. But not these two. Okay, and when it's off, none of these are connected. Okay, so it's just a switch and a thing next to each other. Cool, fancy. I was hoping they would save me some effort, but I guess not. Yeah, everybody needs a multimeter, if only for this one thing. Great, love the continuity checker. I also use it for resistor values, that's a little trickier, and occasionally for voltage. I have used it to measure amps, but mostly just just get a lot of information that way. You don't have to look up specs or read sheets that are often, I think, poorly written. Probably because I don't know how to read them. Gummy worms are a good idea. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 7. I'm going to pick this up tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to go make some dinner. I don't have much left to do. It's just drill this hole and make these marker lines into wires. Again, I have that hefty wire that I picked up right here, 14 gauge. Someone hit me up in Discord or something if that's not heavy enough. But this is the wire to go from the switch to the power supply units. And for the rest of the wiring, I can just use my usual whatever this is. No, this stuff is my go-to. I like it. It's Flexi 22. Yeah, okay, cool. Have a good night, and hopefully someone makes some music.